Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the All Star Wrestling Review for the 21st of March 1981. Year of my birth, but I'm not born yet. Not born until September of that year. Actually, interested to see what was going on with All Star Wrestling the year I was born. Just kind of an interesting foray into that. Anyhow, or the week I was born. Anyway. So, in any event, we move into the middle of March here. These days, it would be near WrestleMania season, not back here, of course. Andre the Giant and the Tag Team Champions Rick Martel, Tony Garea defeating the Black Demon, Baron Mikel Cicluna, and Johnny Roz 11:58 when Andre pinned Roz forearm smash after suplex. Not exactly the original match that was promised. Andre was promised to tag with Rick McGraw. Maybe that happened on Championship Wrestling or something of that nature. But anyway, Andre being here at all is a big deal. The Black Demon wearing, of course, black mask, white eye holes, but blue tights with purple trunks. Of course, Andre being with the Tag Team Champions, probably a pretty big deal here. Andre coming into the ring only at the onset of the most high chaos, which makes sense too. Andre doing a good bit of punch kick and basic things along the way, and ultimately kind of leading to some hard shots and kind of getting things back around in a very basic manner. Anyway, so the attempted arm bars and basic stuff there. Tag off to Baron Mikel Cicluna. Cicluna goes for shots on Garea, and then there's brawl. Finally, Andre comes in and gets Cicluna in the corner, splashes him, tries to get everything he can on him, and hard shots along the way there. Brawling by Johnny Roz, and multi-time, actually all three people try to choke Andre out at one point. And of course, Andre having the power to get everyone under control, taking a six-man tag into this way. Eventually, Rick Martel comes in with an armbar on the Black Demon. Garea comes back in with same sorts of maneuvers. Andre comes back in brawling with Roz and does a sit-down splash and a big splash, eventually knocking Roz down with a single blow. Then we see Martel and Garea going at Johnny Roz primarily. The Blue Demon or the Black Demon coming back in. Say blue because his tights are blue with the pink boots. Just a really weird combination. But Andre eventually gets the win with the splash across his adversary, and they take nearly a third of the program. The runtime on the program is about just after 15 minutes. But King Kong Mosca is up next here, and he is going after his adversary, which happens to be Angelo Mosca, with Captain Lou Albano defeating Angelo Gomez via submission 5-0 with the backbreaker over the knee. After the match, Patterson conducts a ringside interview with Mosca and Albano. Albano not a fan of interviewing under Patterson. Fans are also calling Mosca Ding Dong and Ping Pong. Creative people back in 81, to say the very least. But super slow match. Mosca not exactly a guy to write home about by any stretch of the imagination, but cinches up on the arm, trying to get every advantage he can. Not exactly the simplest of situations, but managing to get a arm bar and a basic light there. Kick and punch by Mosca. Mosca really able to brawl quite a bit. Mosca ends up also with the backbreaker across the knee, not over the shoulder this time, before getting the victory. And the challenges, Mosca thinks that Bob Backlund need to be out. Pedro Morales is another individual that he challenges pretty vehemently for the Intercontinental title. So the idea is Mosca's going to be, at least in his own mind, a major force going forward. Sergeant Slaughter coming in, into the next in the in series of contests. Slaughter going to face off against Steve King here in this foray. Of course, the Grand Wizard still seconding Slaughter, Grand Wizard and Steve King, 238 Cobra Clutch. Cobra Clutch still has yet to be officially broken, at least according to Slaughter's standards. Anyway, so we continue. Punch Kick, Gut Buster, and the Cobra Clutch by Slaughter in 2.5 minutes, a little bit over. Slaughter is an amazing heel, and of course it's difficult for Patterson to hold his tongue in his side there. Take with the go behind. Then we see Bob Backlund in a rare television match, the Hangman and Backlund, of course, non-title affair. Hangman going into it mainly because I guess he can afford to lose and it doesn't really matter. They trade headlocks for the first couple minutes. Backlund, obviously, as everyone knows by this point, in his 79, 80, 81, third year as champion, winning in 78, almost fourth year. Backlund, hanging on to the head, trying to roll through. Backlund also takes a good bit of punishment, does the bridging pinning attempt, but does not get the victory. The back bridge is a pretty major thing, but again, time limit draw is your final outcome here. Then we move to the next in the series of matches. Pedro Morales up next here. Morales again continuing to be, if not the most important, or probably the second most important individual, non-title match, Ron Shaw. Shaw is and has been a major force in enhancement talents for the last little while. Morales, punch kick, very basic offense. After seeing a more wrestling style, having your secondary champion and another babyface, with a more brawling style and eventually getting the submission via the Boston Crab in a non-title match, is a smart maneuver from a booking perspective. Certainly an interesting time in the area. And we will be back right after this.